Happy Monday. It is April 6th, in case anybody needs to know the date. This is a crazy time we're in, and all the days seem to be the same. So I'm going to do a little yoga practice this morning. We're going to start by doing some breathing techniques to help calm the body and balance and center all the things I think we kind of need right now in the craziness that we're going through. So I'm going to do that. It's called the Nadi Shodhana breathing. It's alternate nostril breathing. So it's supposed to, I'm going to read so I don't forget here. It relaxes your body and mind, helps reduce anxiety and stress, and it's going to promote a feeling of overall well-being. So I think we kind of all need that right now. And the practice I'm going to do today, we're going to work on balancing and grounding. I feel like we all kind of been turned upside down in this craziness that's going on right now. So I feel like a grounding practice is something that would help benefit our anxious minds and the times we're in. So I'm going to get started on the floor. I like to use a bolster and sit up. So in the yoga practice, it's good to have the knees lower than the hips. So to do that, I like to sit up on a bolster. You can take a blanket and roll it up and sit on that. If the floor is uncomfortable, you can sit in a chair. You can do modify almost any pose to do in a comfortable seat in a chair. So let's just get comfortable first, really feel that sense of grounding. So I want you to feel nice and balanced through the hips and the sits bones. So I don't want you leaning one way or the other or forward or back. So find that nice center position for the hips. And then just comfortable with the legs. The legs can be out in front of you. They can be crisscrossed, whichever's comfortable for you. We're going to sit and we're going to do, like I said, that alternate nostril breathing or Nadi Shodhana breath work to get started in our practice. So just keep your left hand resting comfortably on your leg. Sit up nice and tall. So shoulders are back, reaching up through the crown of the head. Chin is slightly tucked so you're not overextending that neck. Nice neutral neck. And just kind of take a nice big inhale and exhale. Just feel the shoulders drop. And just get comfortable. Good old sinuses are kind of kicking in, so this might be a little difficult. You might need to have Kleenexes nearby. Your nose might start running. So we're going to leave the left hand on the lap, and you're going to take your right hand, and you're either going to take your index finger and your second finger and tuck it into the palm of your hand because you're going to use your thumb and your ring finger to open and close the nostrils, thus alternate nostril breathing. You can also take your index finger and your second finger and just rest it in your third eye and then rotate between the thumb and the index finger to open and close the nostrils. So whichever is comfortable for you. And again, so you can just kind of put them in the palm of your hand. You're going to take one big inhale and exhale. Your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and close off the right nostril. So you're going to inhale through the left, and then you're going to close the left and exhale through the right, and then inhale through the right, close off the right, exhale through the left, and that's one round. So you're going to inhale through the left, and then close off the left, exhale through the right, inhale through the right, close off the right with the thumb, and then exhale through the left, and then inhale, close off the left, and exhale right. You can close your eyes, inhale right, and exhale left. Just continue with this with your pace, your breath. And like I said, the benefits of this keep going. It's help with the stress and anxiety, all the craziness that we're kind of going through at this time. Again, the hands can be the fingers, index finger and middle finger can be resting on the third eye, and you can alternate between the thumb And the ring finger on the nostrils. Make sure there's no tension in the neck or the shoulders. Couple more rounds. And the next time that you exhale through the left side, that would be your final round. Just place your hands comfortably on your lap. You can keep your eyes closed. Just take a full inhale. Nice big open mouth exhale. And again, you can continue that practice. Pause the video if you want. If you want to go on a little bit longer, it's a great, like I said, kind of stress reduction, anxiety relief breath work. You can do that anytime during the day, a couple minutes, up to 5 minutes, whatever you feel like your body needs at that time. If you have your legs crossed, go ahead and switch the cross of your legs just so we're a little comfortable. And go ahead and inhale, reach those arms up. Really, really tall. Extend those fingers high. Make sure the shoulders are back and down. And then exhale, arms down. One more inhale up. Your next exhale, bring your right hand down and just lean over. You can bend the elbow in towards the hip. Really reach those fingers towards the opposite wall. Inhale back up and exhale the left side. Again, stretch. Keep those hips down. You don't want to be rocking up on that hip. Keep that hip down. If you're sitting up on something, you can remove that if you need to. One more time to the left. This time, go ahead and open and look up at the ceiling. Bring that arm a little bit back behind you. And inhale, come up. Same thing the other side. Stretch first over towards the left, and then open that shoulder, drop the arm back. And inhale, come back up to center. And exhale, hands to heart center. And just sit. Inhale, arms up and do a simple twist. So we're going to twist to the right. Lead with the shoulders. So you're not using the arms to pull yourself, just leading with those shoulders. And inhale up. And exhale left. Inhale up. One more time to the right. Just getting that spine moving. I don't know about you, but I've been sitting a whole lot more than I normally do. Trying to get out and walk and move. Find some new sense of normal. One more time to left. Reach up. If you can do a little back bend if you want to reach, look up and exhale down. This time take your arms out, stretch them out really, really far. Really feel like your fingers are going in the opposite ends of the room. When you exhale, bring the right elbow over left and just kind of give yourself a hug. Feel those fingers wrap around the shoulders and then pull the elbows away as you gaze up. And then inhale, bring the neck back to neutral. And this time, bring your elbows up. Just kind of see if you can open those shoulder blades in the back. So you should really feel those shoulder blades kind of pulling apart from each other. And then inhale, stretch them out really, really far, and then cross left over right this time. And again, elbows down first, gaze up. Should feel this all in the front of the neck. And come back to neutral. This time, lift the elbows, pull those shoulder blades back or apart in the back. And inhale, stretch wide. Inhale up one more time. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, clasp your fingers, and then kind of just pull those knuckles down. I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. Clasp, just really open across the front of the chest. If you can't reach the hands, you can grab wrist to wrist and just pull those elbows down. Same move. Scooch back around. But you want to feel the whole opening across the chest. We're on our phones more, our laptops more. Again, you can gaze up if that's comfortable on the neck. You keep the neck neutral. I'm going to come off my bolster because I'm actually going to lean forward a little bit. Let's keep those hands down. And the next inhale, just going to slowly come forward. Wherever the arms come. And inhale, slowly come back up. Release those arms. Just kind of let them rest on your knees. Should feel the blood flowing all through the shoulder area, back body. And your next inhale, we're going to come to our hands and knees, tabletop. I'm going to get my hair out of the way here. Go ahead and move through a few cat-cows. So on your inhale, lift your head, lift your tailbone, drop the belly. And on your exhale, round it all over like an angry cat. Push that floor away, drop the chin, drop the tailbone. Move with your breath. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, round it. Really push that floor away. And inhale. And then come to a nice neutral back. Make sure those knees are underneath your hips. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and kickstand that right foot out. You're going to really press into that right hand. Take your left foot back, kind of so you're on the inside of the back of the left foot. And then reach up. So just a nice supported side plank. You can leave the hand on the hip. If it's too much on the shoulder to be up here, you can leave it like this. Whatever's comfortable. Be mindful of your body. If you want to deepen this, you can lift, point those toes forward on the left leg. Really, really push through that heel. Again, you can stay here. You can bend and reach back for that left foot, and then press the foot into the hand, open up that chest. If you have the foot, release. Hold it up for one breath. Exhale, bring it down. Come on down around. Hands and knees, and sink those hips back. Toes together, knees wide. Walk the hands out. Come down to your first nice child's pose. If this is too much on the back, you can take a pillow or a blanket and sit back. And then just come down. Wherever it's comfortable. Or if you're okay on the back and it's tight on the shoulders, bring that in front of you. Just come down. Move it wherever. The further out, the more you kind of get a stretch in those arms. You can bring it right here. All kinds of options. And inhale, come on up to your tabletop again. Then we're going to do it on the opposite side. So you're going to kick that left toe out, so like a little kickstand. Bring that right foot back so you're on the inside of that right foot. And then just reach up with the right hand. Again, you can have it bent on the hip. And you can stay right here. You can lift, point those toes away from you. Really pull them back to the shins. Your gaze can be down at the floor. You can stay here, or you can bend, reach back for that foot, kick into the hand, open that chest. If you have that foot, release, reach, and exhale. tabletop, and sink back. Stretch that lower back out. So there we go, balanced on the right and left in our side plank. And inhale, come on up to tabletop. We're going to do our first down dog, so really make sure those hands, fingers are spread wide, toes into the mat, and then bend, keep the knees bent, just lift up a little bit off the mat. So you're just kind of hovering on the mat there. Feel the shoulders engage. Exhale, bring those knees down. Again, when you do that, I really want you to feel push into the mat. I want you to feel your shoulder blades like they're pulling apart in the back. So kind of opening out. Again, do that. Just lift the knees and breathe. And exhale down. Again, you're also pulling in the core. Pull that belly button back to the spine. One more time. Inhale. Hover those knees. And this time on your inhale, go ahead and lift. Push back. Keep the knees bent. First down dog. Hamstrings are probably tight. Kind of keep those knees nice and bent. You can kind of pedal one foot and the other. You can come up on your tippy toes. Bring those ankles down. You can come back to the tippy toes. You can rock the ankles down to the right, back to center, and come down to the left. Whatever feels good. Again, just walk the dog. You can lift one foot and the other. So you're tight in the hamstrings. You can bring your feet nice and wide, bend those knees. Really feel the upper body kind of rest almost on the thighs. Still stretching out those hamstrings. And then inhale, go ahead and look at your hands and walk to the top of your mat. Go ahead and hang nice and heavy. Nice ragdoll forward fold here. You can grab opposite elbows. Really traction that upper body down. Feels really good on the back. Head is nice and neutral. Inhale, half lift. If you have blocks, you can use them here. Do not hyperextend those knees. You should feel that stretch in the hamstrings. Exhale, forward fold, relax the legs, relax the upper body, relax the neck. Inhale one more time, half lift. Flat back. You could set something on your back if you needed to. Crown and tailbone are both extended in opposite ends of the room. Exhale, forward fold. This time, bend those knees and really sink into those feet and stand all the way up. And exhale, hands heart center. A lot of times in a yoga class, you'll hear the instructor say, root to rise. So I feel like whenever you're forward fold, you're coming up, so root to rise, you really want to feel your feet rooting into the ground before you stand up. So you don't want the weight to be in the back. You really want to push into those legs and then stand up from the legs. Extend those arms nice and high and exhale. So you should feel more pressure, more rooting in your feet when you hear an instructor say that. Sometimes I think we say things and it's like, huh? What do you mean? So that's kind of what I think of whenever I hear that statement. Inhale, arms up. And again, too, the other thing that I always think of is when we say move with the breath. So when I say move with your breath, so you inhale first, inhale, and then reach the arms up. So you kind of let the breath initiate the move. Now exhale and slowly come down. And now inhale, half lift. And then as you exhale, slowly come down and fold. One more time with that. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And now inhale, we're going to root to rise. So you're going to bend the knees, really press into those feet and use the feet to stand. Use the legs, the bigger muscle. And exhale, hands at heart center. One more half sun. Inhale up. These are great to do in the morning when you're first getting up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Really moves all the muscles And this time we plant your hands. Go ahead and step your right foot back, toes face forward. Step and stay up on those toes. And we're going to stay here. Just find your balance. Go ahead and keep that right hand planted onto the mat. Your left knee is over your left ankle, and then we're just going to twist to the left. And again, it can be on your hip. You just want to feel those shoulders open to the left. And exhale. Frame that front foot. Bring your back knee down. We're going to do a half split or runner stretch. So go ahead and take your hips back. Again, if you have the blocks, you can bring them back. Pull those toes of the left foot up. So here you're really pulling this left hip almost back to the back of the room. And then your inhale, we're going to go back to that low lunge. So we're going to rotate between the two. And your exhale, come back. And inhale, come forward. Next time you're forward, stay here. Hands plant on either side of that left foot. Inhale, bring that knee in the back up off the mat. And then as you exhale, step it forward. Stay in your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, bend those knees, root to rise. And exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, arms up. You can take a slight back bend if your back's a little more warmed up. And exhale, come all the way down, bend those knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left foot back, toes on the mat, heel raised. And again, we're going to twist. You can bring that block to the mat too if you need to. Use that to bring the floor up to you if you have little short arms like me. And inhale, reach right arm up. Again, you can be here, you can be here. Just opening those shoulders to the right. And inhale, frame that front foot. Again, if you want to use the blocks, bring the back knee down. And then we're going to walk those hips back, runner stretch. Again, push that right heel into the mat and actually act like you're kind of pulling it back towards that right hip. You should feel a bigger engagement in the back of that right leg. And then with your breath, inhale, lunge. And exhale, back to the half split. And do a couple of these at your own pace. Remember, let the breath start the movement. Next time you are forward in low lunge, stay here. Go ahead and frame that front foot. Tuck those back toes, lift the left knee and step it forward. Exhale, forward fold. And then we're going to inhale, kind of have your feet a little bit closer than hip width distance. So we're going to inhale, bend the knees and come slowly up to chair. So you want to make sure you're kind of sitting back in a chair and your knees, you can see your toes. Bring your hands to heart center. I think this helps the shoulders. I feel like if you can do it and it's not too hard on your shoulders, you can have your arms extended here. Makes this pose a little bit harder. Right now, I'm going to stay right here. Look down, check those toes. You should be able to lift your toes off the mat. Weight should be in your heels. If you want, you can bring your arms back, shoulder blades down. As we inhale, we're going to stand and raise arms up. And exhale, we're going to sit back, bring the arms back. Again, you can keep the arms here. And as you rise, bring the arms up. As you sit back, bring the arms at heart center. You can bring them back. Inhale up. And exhale down. One more inhale up. And one more down. And up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Should feel more warmth, more prana moving through those lower extremities. Bigger muscles, more blood flow. Just feel the grounding, feel the rooting through all four corners of the feet. Kind of think about under the big toe, over by the pinky, and then in the base of the ball of the foot, kind of like a triangle. Should feel evenly balanced. You can even kind of come forward and back and left and right. Kind of make sure you're standing balanced on those feet. Feel the rooting, feel the grounding. Still pulling up, engaging in the core, shoulders down, not up in your ears, and extending through the crown of the head. Standing nice and tall. Don't lock out those knees. Gentle bend in those knees. Go ahead and inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale. One more half lift. And forward fold. Go ahead and stand all the way back up. And hands heart center. We're going to go ahead and take our right foot and bring it all the way back into our warrior two pose. So your right toes are pointed to the long side of the mat, left toes are pointed to the short side. Bend into that left knee, but do not extend it out over your ankle. So you still want to protect your ankle and your knee. If you need to, widen the stance. And then exhale, extend both arms out from the shoulders. Kind of flip your palms up and then down. Make sure those shoulders are back and down. And your gaze goes out over the left fingers. Stay here. You're still pulling in through the core, pulling up through the legs. You're not dumping into that front knee. Kind of making your back leg pull out towards the back wall. Your next inhale, flip that front palm. We're going to do revolved warrior. So we're going to lift up. Right arm just slides back and down. You can tuck it around the waist. Inhale, come back to your warrior two. The whole time the front knee is bent. We're going to do extended side angle. So we're going to come down and reach over. You're not leaning on this front leg. You're just kind of resting your arm here. And inhale back to warrior two. One more time, flip the front, reach up and back. And forward. And extended side angle. Watch the shoulders. Come on back. Warrior two. Just want you to take your hands, clasp them behind you again like we did in the beginning. Open that chest. And you can stay right here. Or we can do humble warrior. We're actually going to lean forward the inside of this front leg. Arms usually come up and away. Drop the head. Strong, strong, strong through these legs. And then inhale. We're going to use our strength of our upper body and our legs and really come back up. Release. Extend back to warrior two. We're going to go ahead and turn and pivot. So we're going to kind of face the body forward. Bend that front knee. And come place the hands. Pivot that back one and step forward. And inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale all the way back up. And exhale, hands heart center. You can shake out those legs if you need to. You can kind of empty coat sleeves like you did in the playgrounds when you were a kid. And do that same flow on the other side. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, come all the way back up to standing. We're going to take our left leg back. Warrior two on our left side. So right foot's forward, left foot's back. Extend those arms. Watch your knee. If you're dumping it into, you can place your hand on the outside of your leg and push into it. That way that you should feel that the power in your legs when you're in this stance. Watch the shoulders are back and down. Gaze out over that second finger on the right hand. Flip that front. Inhale, reach up and back. Again, hand can slide down the leg, or you can tuck it around the back and open that shoulder. Inhale, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, extended. Again, your hand can be reaching across the room, can be up, can be tucked, whatever's comfortable. Be mindful of that shoulder. And inhale, extend, flip, reach up and back on your inhale. And exhale, warrior two. Stay for an inhale. And then exhale, extended side angle. One more flow through. And flip. Reach up and back. And back to warrior two. Extended one more time. And back to warrior two. Reach. Again, if you want to do that, clasp those hands behind. Really open the chest first. And if you want to bow to the inside, the front leg. And inhale, slowly come back up. Woo! Release, extend those hands. And then go ahead and turn, face the front. And then you're going to step it forward, reach, and hands heart center. We're going to do a couple balancing poses just since we're working on balance and grounding. So we're going to work on a tree pose, which incorporates both balance and grounding. So I want you to, feet are hip width distance. I want you to put more weight into your left foot. Keep the knee soft so you're not locking out that leg. So you can come to your toe on your right. You can just place it right here. This is tree. Ta-da! You can bring the arms up. You can cactus the arms. You can bring the hands at heart center. You can leave them down. Whatever's comfortable on the arms for you. Helps with the balance. So you can stay here, find a focal point, something that's not moving, a drishti in front of you that's not moving. So you can stay here. You can bring it your right to the calf. And again, the right knee is kind of pushing back, engaging in those glutes. You're comfortable here and you want to go to the next. You can take the foot and bring it past the knee. I don't want it on the knee, to the inner thigh. So you're pushing the foot into the left inner thigh. Again, bring your hands heart center, reach up through the crown, really tighten the glute, the core. You can extend the arms up. If you fall out of it, just come back to it. And breathe. One more breath. Inhale, you can bring the knee to the front and bring it down. And then go ahead and shake out that standing leg. A lot of strength in those balancing poses. And do that same thing on the right side. Balance. Balance and grounding. So I really want you to feel grounded through that right foot. So get your balance there first. You can just kickstand this foot at the ankle. See how that feels. And if you're comfortable there, you can bring the foot up to the calf. Remember, focus on something that's not moving in front of you. Keep your gaze nice and steady. Again, if you're comfortable here, bring that foot up to the inner thigh. Watch the knee. I don't want you to see the foot on the knee. And you can bring the arms up. Again, that knee on the left is coming out and kind of pushing towards the back of the room. Tighten the core, tighten the glutes. Shoulders are down. Gaze is soft. Some days you're more balanced on one side than the other. I feel a lot more shaky on this side. Pull the belly button in, really engage the core, helps with the balance. And then exhale. You can bring the knee forward, come down, and shake that leg out. Great. Come on back to the front of the mat. And inhale, arms up. And exhale. Come on down, forward. Half lift. And forward fold. And we're going to step our right foot back and we're going to keep it in kind of a, actually bring it a little bit closer. So we're, front leg is straight, back leg is straight. So we're going to do an intense forward fold here. So I want you to go ahead and keep those legs straight, flat back like you're doing your half lift. And a lot of times this is enough of a stretch. You can also be up here if it's too intense and just kind of come forward. I want to lead with your chest, so I don't want you to be rounded. I want you to have that chest out and lead with the chest. And again, wherever it's comfortable to come forward, bring your hands down to the blocks. Gaze is down, so watch the neck. And again, if you can bring the hands down more, you can come down. And you can, once you can't get any further comfortable forward with the chest, then drop the head and neck. Should feel this in the whole back side of this front left leg. Unless you step forward with your right, then your right leg. Go ahead and take your gaze up. If you have the blocks with you, go ahead and bring them in front of you. Place your hands on the block. I want you to just kind of lean forward into those so your shoulders are over your wrist. And then here, if you want, just lift Warrior Three. Toes are pointed down. Hips are square. So I don't want you to open up. I want your hips to be squared in the mat. That's kind of the hard part in this one. So again, lift, press, gaze is down in front, a little bit in front of you. If you want, you can try and take hand off the block. Bring it kind of the hands to the prayer. You really have to root into that standing leg. And exhale, bring those hands back. Bring the leg down, foot down. Go ahead and drop that body forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And go ahead and root to rise. Come all the way back up. And exhale, hands at heart center. And just stand here. Nice Tadasana. You can bring the hands down, palms forward. Should feel a lot more energy in that leg that was forward. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, forward fold. And do that same thing on the other side. So whichever leg, I had my left forward, so I'm going to bring my left back this time. And again, legs are straight. Bring your blocks and do a nice flat back half lift. Again, if it's too much there, come up to standing. Bring your hands on your hips if you want. And then just lead with the chest. So you feel that stretch in the front leg. Then once you get there, then you round that upper body over. So kind of find it when you feel the stretch, then relax into it. If this is too much and you have something you can put your hands on, you can just step your leg forward and kind of put those hips back. And then just lean forward, lean with the chest. So you're bending your elbows, just kind of dropping until you feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Back of a chair, piece of furniture. The same thing with the balancing pose, the warrior three. You can have your hands on the back of a chair for that balancing pose. Inhale, come up, bring those blocks out in front of you so when you come forward, your shoulders are over those wrists. I'm just going to lift the back leg, keep the hip down, left hip down. Get your balance. Find that focal point again. And again, if you have a piece of furniture, you can use the furniture and just lift and lean. Back of a chair works good too. Again, if you want to, try and lift those hands, really root through that standing leg. Woo. Really feel the engagement when you bring those hands off the blocks. It's amazing. And exhale, bring that foot to meet the other one. Go ahead and place your hands, bend those knees, step back to plank, bring the knees down, sink back into that child's pose. And rest. Go ahead and reach those hands out in front of you. Kind of come up on your fingertips. Inhale, walk yourself over to the right. Keep the hips down. You can take the left hand, place it over the right. You should feel the stretch through the whole left side of the body. And then inhale through the center. And exhale, come all the way to the left. Walk those fingertips over, and you can bring the right hand over the left. Then bring the hips down. And inhale back to center. This is another great way to use these blocks. You can put them up kind of on the higher side. Reach out and then drop your head. Get that stretch through the triceps. Again, you can do this on the back of a chair standing. And inhale, come on up to your tabletop. Take a couple cat-cows, drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale, around. Inhale, up. Exhale, round. Next time, come to your neutral spine. Bring that right foot back, toes down, nice calf stretch. Really push the mat away with the shoulders. You're opening those shoulder blades in the back. Inhale, lift. If you want to do a little core work here, you can do bird dog. Extend that left hand. So you're reaching the hand and foot in opposite directions. If you want to deepen this core work anymore, you can bring the knee to elbow on your exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. 2 more. Extend, hold. And exhale, bring it down. Go ahead and sink those hips back. If you want, you can roll out the wrists. And inhale, back up. Same thing on the other side. Left toes back and down. Push into that calf, nice calf stretch. You can roll the neck, kind of drop it if you like. No tension in that neck. You can shake it yes and no. Go ahead and lift that left leg, toes are down. Again, you can stay here. You can extend the right hand for bird dog. And then you can take that elbow to knee on your exhale. Inhale out. Exhale in. Out. In. In, out. Hold it. And exhale. Down, down. Gonna do a couple cat-cows. Come back to neutral. Go ahead and take your gaze and just look over, like you're looking over to your left foot. And then inhale back to center. And take the gaze over to the right. And come back to center. Go ahead and sink back in that child's pose. Walk those hands out. Stretch through the back. Come on back up to tabletop. Plant those toes. Down dog. Should be a lot more movement and flexibility in the back of those legs. Nice, strong down dog. You can walk out, pedal those legs if you need to. Come to your tippy toes, stretch out those calves again. Inhale, come forward into plank. And again, knees can be down here. Bend those elbows. Keep the elbows tight to the body. Lower, lower, lower. Lower the knees. Lower the upper body. As your inhale, come up. Stretch that nice back bend. Again, you can be here. Do what your back needs. No pain, no discomfort. If you want to do up dog, lift those thighs off the mat. Press into the feet. Exhale, bring everything down. Turn your head to the left. Palms face up. And just relax a little bit here. And next inhale, go ahead and turn your gaze so you're face on the mat, face down. Bring the palms down to the mat. And then legs together. So you're going to zipper up from the ankles all the way up through the thighs. We're going to work on just raising the upper part of our body first. So inhale, raise the gaze, chest, arms. Really point those fingers towards the back of the room. And exhale. Release, turn your head to the opposite side. Palms up. And then exhale, palms down. This time we're doing the lower body, so gaze is towards the mat. Next, inhale and exhale. Exhale, raise just the legs. Point the toes. No tension in the shoulders. And exhale, lower. Switch the sides that you were laying on the head. Palms up. One more. We're going to do full body this time. So palms down, face turned to the center. Really zip up through the ankles. Push the belly button into the mat. And inhale, lift. Feet, hands, chest, head. Really reaching to the back of the room. Oh, we have forehead and the crown of the head's reaching to the front. And breathe. And then exhale. Bring it all down. Turn your head to the opposite side. And rest. If you need to, you can bend the legs, windshield wiper. If there's any tension in the lower back. And come back to center. Gonna do one more stretch while we're here for our shoulders. So once you take your right hand, bring it all the way out like a T. Scooch back a little bit. From that right shoulder. And you're gonna roll towards your right shoulder. So you're gonna come over. And then the left leg can be in front or behind, wherever you need it. You're just really opening this shoulder that's on the ground. And then rest the head down. No tension in this upper body. I actually like my leg back here more. You can reach the left arm up and kind of come back. If you can reach your right hand, bonus. You can just drop it behind, open. You're just kind of opening this left shoulder. It should feel really good on the right shoulder. Next inhale, go ahead and come back through the center slowly. Do that same thing on the left side. So you're going to extend your left hand out and just roll towards that left side. And again, lower the legs can be whatever's comfortable for your legs. And again, you can reach the right arm up and back. You can tuck it behind. Bring it on the hip. You can just be in front of you, resting. To feel more opening in that right shoulder from doing that stretch on that side first. Again, I feel like we're all on our phones or computers or tablets way more than we were prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. Inhale, next exhale, come back through center. Go ahead and put the hands under the shoulders. You're going to push up, back through tabletop. You can come back to a nice child's pose if you like. You can do a couple cat-cows. And then inhale, we're going to come back. Go ahead and cross your feet under you and then sit. Extend those legs forward. Nice staff pose. So once you have your knees shouldn't be hyperextended. If there's any discomfort, you can take a blanket, roll it under your knees. So your toes are pulled back towards your shins. You're sitting nice and tall. Again, balanced on those sits bones. You can place your hands next to you. My hands barely reach the ground, but you can, if you need to, use blocks too. If you want to sit up a little bit taller, just set them under your shoulders and press into them. It's almost too high. So again, just really reaching through the crown of the head all the way to the sky as our sits bones are reaching down to the ground. Just feel the steadiness and the ease, the body being held up by the ground, rooting down into that surface. And then exhale, release all that. Wriggle those ankles, slide that blanket out if you had it underneath the knees. Go ahead and bring the feet together wherever it's comfortable. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose here. So I want you to hold on to your feet. If you want, you can kind of open, kind of feels good to stretch open those feet if they're like kind of like a book, like you're doing your bottom of your feet like the pages. Sit up nice and tall. You can hold on to the ankles or the shins. And as you exhale, come forward. Again, leading with the chest. And then we can't fold forward anymore. Then go ahead and round that upper body and rest. And again, this is nice too. If you have a block here, you can rest your forehead. You can stack the hands, rest on the hands. Really just let that upper body hang heavy. You should feel this whole stretch on the inner part of these legs. And inhale, come on back up. Bring those knees together. Sit up nice and tall. I want you to go back one more time to tabletop. I forgot I wanted to do pigeon pose. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Go ahead and sink on those hips back up and down, back to your down dog. And we're going to raise that right leg. Inhale, exhale, come forward, bring your right knee to the right wrist, and then scooch that left foot back. So we're doing pigeon. For some reason, my thing is moving here. And then you can stay up, raised up on those fingers. Inhale, get your bearings here first. And come down to your elbows if you like. Most people know where they can take their pigeon. And if this is too intense, you can do pigeon seated. Just take your right ankle over your left knee, sit up nice and tall. Just kind of feel that stretch through the outside of the right hip. And again, you can bring the left foot in as deep as you want. You can kind of thread the needle here with your hands. Hold on to that shin. Sit up nice and tall. And again, if you're in a chair, you can do this. You're just seated with your ankle crossed over your left knee, and you sit up nice and tall and just lean forward over your seated leg. You can also do this laying down, just like this. So there's all kinds of ways, all variations on pigeon. If you are in the original pigeon position, please take your time and slowly, slowly walk yourself back up. Take a breath there. Inhale, plant the left toes, bring that knee up. Come on back to down dog. Pedal those legs. This time we're going to inhale, plant the right, lift that left. Really stretch those toes. Inhale, exhale, bring that left knee, left elbow. Walk that right foot back. Really get your grounding on those hips. Square. And you can even sit into it on the left side a little bit and get comfortable with the legs and then kind of come over towards the right hip. And again, for a breath or two here. And then exhale, come down to your elbows. You can come down to the blocks if you need a block. The bolster, blankets, whatever is comfortable. You can actually hold this stretch in a restorative pose for a minimum of 5 minutes up to 8 minutes. Again, whatever's comfortable. If you are laying all the way down in resting pigeon, slowly walk yourself back up. Hold here for a breath. Plant those right toes, lift that right knee. Come on back if you want. Down dog. One more final down dog stretch. Go ahead and bring those knees down. Cross those ankles, sit back. And go ahead and make our way all the way to a nice reclined pose. Inhale, and then exhale. Reach those arms out and come back slowly. So you're engaging in that core still. Nice and slow. As you're coming back, really reach the fingers forward. It helps you from going too fast laying down. And reach those arms up. Reach the toes out. Nice full body stretch. Exhale, bring those knees into chest. You can rock from side to side. You can kind of circle the legs out one direction, circle them around the other. Come back to center. Keep the right knee in. Extend that left leg out. You can bring the right knee out to the armpit. Open the hip a little bit more. And then when we exhale, we're going to bring that right knee all the way over to the left. Right shoulder stays down. Nice, easy twist. And then inhale. Back to center. Hug that knee in one more time. Inhale, extend that foot. And exhale. Bring it slowly to meet the left. Kind of feel the difference in the one side to the other. Do that same stretch on the other side. So inhale, knee to chest on the left. And exhale, open that knee out to the left if you like. Inhale. And your next exhale, you're bringing the left knee over to the right. Extend the left arm out. Left shoulder stays down. Again, your twist could be here, wherever it's comfortable in your body. And inhale. Knee to chest. One more squeeze. Exhale, extend that leg up. One more inhale. And exhale, extend it all the way to meet your right. Find your nice comfortable Savasana. You can use a blanket for a pillow. If you get chilly, you can use a blanket to cover up with. You can also take the bolster or a blanket and put it under your knees. Get nice and comfy. Arms come out nice and wide from the shoulders. Palms up. So palms up means you're open to receiving. Palms down is more grounding. So maybe for grounding today with our sequence, we put our palms down. You can also place your hands on your belly and your heart. Pay attention to your breathing in your body. Feel it come in through the lungs all the way into the belly. As you exhale, feel the belly drop, the chest drop. Whatever is comfortable for you today. Just be. No tension in the shoulders. Make sure the shoulders are back and down, relaxed. No tension in the neck. Separate the teeth a little bit. Maybe take your tongue and place it to the roof of the mouth. Relax the jaw. Hold a lot of tension in our jaw, or we clench at night when we don't realize it. Let go of everything just for this hour. Take time, reset, recharge. If you're doing this practice in the morning, hopefully it's a great way to start the day. If you're doing it in the evening, another great way to end the day. You could do this pose with your legs up the wall, which is gets the blood flowing in the opposite way. It's a very, very relaxing pose. If you're having any problems with insomnia or sleeping, legs up the wall is a great way to get ready for bed. Could do that alternate nostril breathing that we did at the beginning of our practice, and then do some legs up the wall. Maybe give you a little restful sleep. Just rest. Take time for yourself to recharge. And again, you can stay in this resting pose as long as you need. I've gone over my hour, so just a little bit, not too much. So I thank you for joining me today, and I hope this practice maybe gave you a little more grounding, a little more centering. Use that breathing technique that we did in the beginning. If you ever need to reconnect and de-stress. If you have any questions, message me. You can find me on all kinds of social media, and some of you may even have my cell phone, so shoot me a message. I have time to answer. So you guys, thanks for sharing this practice with me. And once again, the light in me sees and honors that light that shines in every one of you. I'm very thankful for you guys sharing this with me, and namaste. Have a great day.